go back on. Gotta get ready to go back on. All right, so it looks like y'all can hear me. I just want to know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, you know what I'm saying, then I need to know whether or not you're ready for this show or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'll be on it. You know what I'm saying? The biggest, the largest. You know what I'm saying on here. You know what I mean? So just so you know that if you're checking me out on this stream, I could be anything. You know what I'm saying? You might have the feeling of
emotional damage,
or I might even just have to come at you with a or so don't be coming on here with no begging. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh man, what the hell? So anyways, I've been working on this all day. I'm about to start building this new trading thing for you guys, though. It's going to be pretty cool. You might like it. What it's going to be is I've already actually kind of built a good portion of it. It's called Bud Fox. But what I need to do is take Bud Fox, change some things on it, connect it to actual live coins, and I'm going to make a service that you can sign up for, be like $1.99 a month, something really cheap, and it'll let you pick what you are going to, what your budget is, and then it's going to let you trade real stocks live up and down. Now, the cool part about it is it's not real money. All it's going to do is tell you how much you would have made if you did this, if you didn't do that, but you're going to actually be trading it live based on real live charts, like in real life. So, you might wonder, okay, what could this be helpful for? What could this be helpful for, right? If I'm not making any money. Well, some people, honestly, they want to try new things and they have to try it with real money and they got to go through all this stuff. This is going to let you trade crypto and stocks. It's going to let you, practice all the different kinds of patterns that exist out there. Not everybody knows how to do covered calls or how to short sell a stock or really understands how that works. Along with that, while I'm doing that, I'll be doing all kinds of competitions, prizes, fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll sing some songs, do some stuff. I'll bring you on some lives. If you guys want to, just hype it up, you know what I'm saying? Really would be really cool, you know what I'm saying? If you guys ever want to trade some real stocks, you can come over to my, to my pump fund. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know about pump fund, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat. I'll give you my pump fund. I'll share the link up in there. Now what that is going to do is that basically lets you trade a real coin, and this real coin is really based on what I do, right? And so if people invest in it, the coin goes up and down. If people invest in it, the coin goes up and down. right. It doesn't hurt that. See, I thought it was cool, and then all of a sudden, but so yeah, this is what pump fund's like. I'm gonna go ahead and click the share, copy the link right here for you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to, get down on here, but this I'm streaming on Pump Fund all the time, right? So right now you can see I'm at $5,900. You know what I'm saying on the Pump Fund. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here for you guys so you can, if you want to be in the chat. Let's see. I'm gonna post it in this chat, and I'm gonna go to this chat over here. Please enable to activate chat. Please enable channels. The channels aren't enabled. So anyway, is it not showing up in the chat? Well, it's not. I'm gonna have to fix that later. But yeah, just go to Pump Fund, type in KLDY for Cloudy. That's the ticker symbol. Anyways, let's get started building over here. I've been doing this all day, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to all of a sudden start building over here right now, but that's what we're going to do, okay? So just so you know, I'm building with Cursor. Cursor I really like for, vibe coding. It's different than like some of these other systems like Base 44 and whatnot and all that stuff, Base 44 and all that is really, it's an IDE that does like everything for you. But while that might sound cool, it doesn't always give you exactly what you want, to be honest. It's hard to change stuff. It's basically just giving you basic level stuff. So if your stuff's basic, if you're building basic at a basic level business, something like that, base 44, stuff like that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking to do something where you're more fine tuning stuff, you know what I mean? If you want to build video games, you want to do other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like not just that, you're going to want to grab Cursor up. You can connect it, do all kinds of other things, you know what I mean? That a lot of people, don't offer. So let me do this. I'm going to search this. I'm looking for Bud Fox. I know Bud Fox around here. So what I do is I work on a lot of different projects. And then what I'll do on those projects is, I don't know, this one is my cell phone. Babe, Avery's calling you. Yeah, he's probably looking for Geo. Okay, so a lot of people, see, where do I got Bud Fox at? This is Bud Fox logos. Am I in Bud Fox? Let me go up one. Okay, so Bud Fox is going to be around here somewhere. Desktop. I believe I had Bud Fox in. He looking for Geo again, Dave. Geo got to turn his. Babe, why don't you call Grandma and tell her to tell Geo that his friend's looking for him? Okay, that's AI Cloudy. So, let's see where I had Bud Fox at. Bud Fox. You know how you do it like this. Bud Fox, I'm going to file location. So in case you guys don't know, desktop important. So this is called a file path right here. If you're looking for a file path, because you're ever looking for stuff, it takes forever to find. You're just like, man, I cannot find this stuff. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you work real hard, eventually you can find. But no, look, the file path right here. So you notice there's a start backup. Desktop is where you're going to start, and it's under important. So now I know over here in the file folder I'm looking for important. So it's in alphabetical order, which means I'm going the wrong way. So A B C G H I J K L M N O P Q. There's H. There's H I J. So I'm going to go for important. Double click in there, because this is how you open up a file in Cursor, right? So Bud Fox right here at the top. I started making this back on 8/7/2025. So it was back in the day. Now I'll show you what Bud Fox looks like real quick so far. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously make some changes to Bud Fox. Let's see. Is this Bud Fox? This don't look like Bud Fox. This is mobile game tests. Okay, so here we go. Bud Fox right here. Okay, so now I'm looking for. What we're going to do is we're going to look on the side right here. You guys might not be able to see it, so I'm gonna help you by scrolling it over here. So now you can probably see it a little better. Oh man, these people just keep calling, don't they? I'm a real popular guy. But yeah, so I'm going to look over here. So I'm looking for the index.html file. And notice it's under front end, right? So it's under front end. So I'm going to find it over here. I'm going to use something called live server. It's just going to give me a quick glance at what I'm looking at, what I'm doing, right? So here's Bud Fox. Bud Fox Investment Analyzer. I was originally making this as an investment analyzer. So I could take the stocks that I wanted, things like that, and I could add them in there and analyze it. Wow, Kisa, you gotta take this phone, dude. Kisa, here, come get this extra phone that I'm not even using. Here you go. I'm turning it off, but never mind. I got it now already. But okay, thanks though. Hey, where's that mic at up in this piece? I need my mic. It's a little far from me. Can you put it closer? Thanks, babe. You know what I'm saying? So, just real quick, let me do something. Let me do something real quick while we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and just sing something real quick before we get back to Bud Fox. This is the way I messed up them words all day, and people said,
Why are you gay?
"Oh no." So yeah. I should turn around, turn it upside down. I'll be the bad guy now. I'm really too proud. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop that right now. I'll be doing stuff like I'll bring you on live. You know what I'm saying? Come on live, and we'll be I'll bring you on. You can sing with me. Do stuff where we're just hanging out. Anyways, so back to Bud Fox here. Um, so okay, all right. Now, okay, if you're not familiar with coding or vibing, coding, trading, any of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Get familiar. This channel is neat for people, primarily entrepreneurs, but most people I know, are involved in this somehow. Most people either crypto or stuff like that. But we're gonna show you guys some stuff that's gonna blow you out of your socks. You know what I'm saying? I know you're about to get some new socks here coming up pretty soon because unlike me, you guys celebrate them holidays. I just buy new stuff when I need it. But anyways, or if it's fun or something like that. Okay, so Bud Fox, you're looking at a portfolio. You see now none of this is real money. It says cash balance 1,000. This is not real. I can literally go here and do this. I showed you the index HTML already. That was a temporary front view of everything. But let me just show you the power of this thing right here. We're gonna install this later. And don't get scared for all the stuff that you see that you don't understand. AI. First of all, let me tell you guys about AI. Everybody's AI, sentient, and all these different things. AI is just as powerful as the computers that we've all already had. Let me say that again. AI is only as powerful as the computers that we already have. But tune into this.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold
You know what
cup.
I'm saying?
But then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord, Jesus is a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I was praying for my life. And then the smoke got me.
Okay, it's actually giving me a pro. I don't want to keep hearing it say about Jesus. I mean, she saying that negative, but I don't need to use it negatively. This is what I probably meant. As far as the AI goes, being sentient and all that stuff, look,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
that's not how it works. Computers didn't get smarter all of a sudden. AI is not some new thing. AI basically translate computer language into people's language. That's it. So people can interact with it better because they don't have to learn coding or program or something like that to do stuff. However, you might think, okay, well, so it speaks my language. I can just tell it what to do. It's still not that simple, because not everybody's as bright as they think they are. It still requires a lot of engineering. You still have to understand systems. You still have to know how stuff works. Okay, so it's not just like, I'm vibe coding. It's all over. You know what I mean? I'll tell, hey, build this, build. You could tell it something simple. It's pretty cool. Like, for instance, okay, here you go. Right now, you notice how Bud Fox said I had $1,000, right? Update the amount of money in account to $10 million. All right, so I tell it to do that. You're going to see it start to go through these different changes. It says, I'll help you update your account. 10 million. Let me first check the current front end code. Of course, we're going to have to do that stuff, and it's gonna take forever. So that's how it is. But it says, let me also update the monthly amount. So it's using AI to do other logical things, right? Okay, it says it's done. I'm going to open up a new live server now. I'm going to right click on this live server. So an extension you have to download. Look, now all of a sudden I have $1 million. Now, that's how smart AI is, though, for you guys, though, right? I just want you to pay attention to that. That's how smart AI is. It's so bad with numbers. I said 10 million, it says 1 million. It literally says 1 million. It can't tell, it's not good with numbers. So I don't know what kind of algorithms they're building for these trading bots. I bet that they're hard encoded and not running AI algorithms. I imagine that they're still using human quants to set those things up, and they're using AI probably to perform the functions over and over and over and over. AI is just a glorified IVR system, dude. Whenever you call in to AT&T or something like that, and you're like, "Hey, I need to, fix my bill" or something like that, that you're and it's like, "Oh, well, at the, you're the fourth person in line," and all that stuff. That's AI. That was AI originally. All it's doing is basically taking computer code and kind of telling you in a very normal way, but for whatever reason, people think that it's something crazier than it is. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that doesn't hurt you guys' feelings out there.
Emotional damage.
For people, yesterday someone was telling me that there was a portal or something like that, and the AI was coming through to get us and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting there about thinking,
Why are you gay?
because they really don't work like that. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, we be on this. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. You know what I mean? So I have it at $1 million right now. Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on the infrastructure on this here now. I'm gonna go ahead and change some things with the structure here. I'm just gonna turn this music on, but I'm gonna turn it on real low. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna work on some things right here on the structure that are really gonna help us out here, right? So I'm going back to cursor and going back to Budfox. As you can see, I got 50 projects up. Okay, so I'm going to add some things to this project. I want there to still be a stock analyzer, and the way, and that could be in a window pane section on the screen, taking up no more than a third of the screen. Make it a sliding door screen using minimal arrows to open and close, and change it to where I need to put a ticker symbol in the search bar that you will add to the analyzer. This will give us a projection based on algorithms and other things later. Next, we need to connect it to Yahoo Finance and probably CoinDesk in order to get charts and things like that. So add Puppeteer for now, since we don't want to build a whole API and make your own charts, but should be based on the exact data from information gathered through scraping from Puppeteer. That way the charts are real, but using our UI. Okay, I want to be able to trade these tickers ticker symbols and stocks and coins, and I want you to show me the growth and loss and allow me to trade any style from options to covered calls, any style out there. Thirdly, I want you to make another window pane that has my other accounts, not actual. They are made up as well. They should be my accounts like IRA, 401k, CDs, things that earn me interest and also show payments on bills owed and payments on loans received. I should be able to get loans based on actual federal and state laws. Give me the option of a credit score and basically mimic all the real systems. Like if I have a company that is a corp with stuff or money in it, insurance plans, things like that, and let's use a financial MCP to be able to give financial advice on things like compound leveraging, loans, things like that. Put that in a chat box. Just make the UI where everything can fit and windows can be moved around and toggled and things like that. This is a practice system. It should only, but this is important right here. I know I've been talking a lot and making a prompt. This is the new stuff, but it's important, and I want you guys to really listen. I really want you guys to listen to what I'm about to tell you right now, okay? This is important for you to know that, that prompting, you have to tell it exactly what it needs to know to put it all in focus. You have to see it in your mind, what the computer is seeing and whatnot, as far as its world. So you have to, I'm having to tell it this, and that. Some things it does on its own, but like for instance, right now, I'm telling it to figure something out, and I'm telling it something that this is another thing. When I'm telling it to it should only grab data from stocks or cryptos I'm currently viewing. Do not save data, just discard. And when we want to discard, if I'm not watching it live. If I'm watching the data live, make the chart move with the data being scraped. But I don't want a bunch of saved data or to be scraping data constantly if I'm not viewing that data. But I do want you to save all my trade data and allow AI to talk to me about that using my Llama 3.3 latest AI so that I can ask it about things like where I was up or down and allow that to be seen in the chart window. So save my trade data so it can be analyzed, but not the scraped data. Build it out and I'll check it out. There's extra stuff, so I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna build that out and build that out, and then we'll check it out. And go on my every second of the night. I choose another wife. These trees going. Okay, but no. Jokes aside, if you want to be able to prompt like that, man, you got to spend all kinds of time on this. I've built businesses and done all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So I have an understanding of how things work and whatnot. You know what I mean? So when you see me start to code and I'm like, just don't be surprised, you know what I'm saying? It came with a lot of time and a lot of effort. Okay, so where we're at, it's updating the CSS, it's doing that stuff. We'll have to see what it comes out with. Well, I don't really remember what I coded on it last time. If I want to see that, I can kind of go in here and read that up on the sides. What the back end are and the algorithms are and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm using Docker in between. Probably got to turn my Docker on, my Budfox system on, or else it won't work. Let's see. Where's Budfox? It's a cloudy app. I don't see Budfox. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need new Docker container for dependencies that create syntax errors and also for AI and MCP for a connections. Also, we'll need to run this on a port. Let's look for an open port and use it. Feel free to look on your own. This is an offline project, so any open port is fine, but I have lots of used ports, so no common ones. Okay. See, now it thinks it's running on 8717. I already know it can't be running on 8717. But Fox looks exactly like we already saw it. There's the AI chat. NVIDIA, it looks the exact same. I'll see if it's running on port 8717. I don't think so, but. Okay, so here you go. Site can't be reached. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just screenshot this real quick, just to make it easier. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna copy it. At some point I gotta go through and delete all those copies and stuff. But Start again. Okay, so I Control V to give it the image. So cursor sees it. You can see cursor has an image right here. That's what we were just looking at. Also, 8717 local host is not working. Try 8723 and see if we can get everything up and running. Output the index UI to the port and connect the back end. Okay, so we're doing that, and you know, we're just we're looking for you know the things that we can do. You know what I mean? Wow, I love Billy Idol's not the vibe I'm feeling right now. Yeah, let's groove. Right is okay. Nah, I'm not feeling bony right now. I'll take some everything. Good 8723 is available. Done. Check that out. Okay, let me just see. I haven't checked on any of the chats or anything like that. You know what I mean? So. I should put the pump down in that chat. Let's see. Well, I haven't got viewers. Y'all need to pay to play if you really want to get down. Put a bit of soul on me. You know what I mean? Just put a bit of soul in me. Just see, you never know. I'm not gonna pump it up. I'm not even worried about money in that way. I've already done money. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm traumatized for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, failed to send. Oh, because I can't even send. That's funny. That's right. Because only token holders can chat. Listen, guys. You know, if you want to find out if I'm real or whatever's going on, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna need to buy a token. Just buy a very, very small amount and let it sit there and float. Because I'm gonna just keep streaming every day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, probably after a year, probably be, you know, you probably spent $5 and it's worth something, you know, and then you know you'll know where to go too, you know. So, let's see. So let's do this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sitting here watching this. You can see dependencies, conflicts, requirements, TXT files. Let's see. Oh no, there's definitely a problem. I'm trying to build just essential services. Let me try to build my own configuration. Let me try. Well, yeah, you better. You know what I'm saying? So. Every time this thing starts telling me, "Oh yeah, like this, good job," and all this stuff, but then I'll go to the page, and then you know, and then I'll see the page, and it'll literally be like, you know, like I'll be like, yeah, you know, let me see what you've built and whatnot, you know, I'm sure it's great, you know, and then I'll go to live server or whatever, and then this will say, this site can't be reached. So you got to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Let's see, we'll do 8723. See if it's gotten anything so far. Looks like it probably hasn't, but okay, index studies, you know. So let me pull the PowerShell, the web request instead. It's still moving. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But like literally, you know, like I'll just be on this thing and. You know, this computer will just be telling me all kinds of stuff, and you know, that's not bad. But sometimes it just sounds like, you know, like you know what I mean. So we're getting there though. You know, sometimes you gotta take this thing, you gotta push it.
That's right. I'm back in your garden. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Right? That's what I tell it. You know what I mean? So, you know, we get there. We get square. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Okay. Great. Now let me test the front end, blah, blah. I'm going to open up the live session. It's probably not done yet or nothing, but I'm just going to open up and see if there's any difference here. So I still see the same UI being pushed, right? So we'll go back. It's still building. I mean, I really didn't expect it to have the new UI. It's so, of course, here it is. It's telling me, oh, success, you know what I mean, right? And I know what's really going to happen is I'm going to get there, and it's going to be like, you know, and I'm like, I think this, after doing this for hours, I really, you know, that's what I'm thinking, you know what I mean? So, you know, we'll see what happens. Let's check it. You know, 8723, click it. Yes, I want to open the link. Okay, you're not even going to give me the chance to do that. All right. Well, I was already on 8723, but, you know, I just open it here, right next to the old Budfox system. Localhost 8723. Okay, so we got it, but it looks the exact same. So I'm going to tell it, you know, we're on 8723. Okay, 8723 is up, but it is still serving the old UI. I can't see the changes we talked about. That's really all you gotta tell it. You know, because it's, you know, so at this point it'll analyze, and you know, you'll analyze 10 times. You know, you got to find something to do while you're doing this stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy. Definitely, it takes patience. But I want to at least get this, before I finish this video out, I want to at least get this system up and running. You know what I mean? So that way, to some degree, and play around with it for a minute, and you know, see if. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. When you have it on this, you can just press Control Shift if you're on Windows, R, and recycle it. So I recycled it. The total value keeps changing. There's a daily change, but I don't see real-time market data, strategy analysis. Oh, I do see the 401ks. Okay, I do see it all. Actually, it is there. Hello, I'm your AI assistant. Okay. So it's all there. You know what that means? That means that I did it, you guys. I did it. It was all there. Didn't know that was pretty fast to do. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean? So hey, we got the AI chatbot here. The values are changing. I noticed that this value kept changing right here as I recycled it. So I was thinking, why would the value change unless something's updated? So what I do is I scroll down here. It's current holdings in NVIDIA, news, sentiment, stock analysis. You can see the trading inference ticker symbols here and the retirement accounts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little change here. Okay, what I want, it's all showing. Looks good. What I want to do is make a pip window. We can use a virtual server or something. So and make in, and when I press the middle icon, which enlarges the window pane on any of these windows, I want it to bring that screen up in front of all the other screens as a pip, and it should have a chat bar, at the bottom. So I have a chat bar connected to the AI that I can talk to about the data in the system. So I basically want to be able to make any screen I want larger and it be over the other screens, and when I minimize that screen or make it smaller than the original page with multiple windows shows back up. So that I don't have to tell you any more than that. Let's see if it does it or anything else. Yeah, you see that? I love old school rock and roll, guys. I mean, like, rock and roll. I don't know why you just don't even have any idea. I'd be like, I don't know why. I just think it would be so crazy to have been like a rocker. You're just on stage and you're just rocking millions of people, just like, you know what I'm saying, with a mic or a guitar or something like that, and people are just like, it'd be cooler than when I was rocking people breakdancing. Long time since we've been apart, much denial for a man who needs love. I miss you since I've been away. Babe, this computer is jacking me up. It's to me that Docker compose, and then I'm getting emotional damage. You know what I'm saying? But I can't wait for the night with food. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I'm gonna head back in here. It says that we got a pip system up. So once again, we're going to bring this up like I said before, but we're going to do Control-Shift-R. See, now I'm going to open the window. Yup. Boom. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You guys are really, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? When you see something like that, you know what I mean? The way I was coded was just like... Right. Okay, so minimize. Let's see what I got working with here. It says I got my financial accounts, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new stream again. So I'll be right back, y'all. That way, we can get people, getting things that they need up in this piece. And so give me a minute. All right. And stream.